Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you my Backlist Readathon TBR. This readathon is aimed at shortening your backlist and your TBR, which is awesome because I have so many books in my TBR that I really want to read and should read. So it's great to join a readathon that's aimed at that, at shortening your TBR and reading books that aren't new, because every time I do pick up a book, I usually gravitate towards the books I've just bought and not the ones that I bought a year ago or 2 years ago or sometimes even like 6 years ago. I still have so many unread books. So this is a great readathon. Sorry. So this is a great readathon. This readathon is hosted by Gabby from Gabby Reads, Sylvia from Sylvia Reads, Melanie Parker, Chandler Ainsley and Emily Merrill. I'll try to link all of their announcement videos down below. I also really hope that's everyone. If I've missed you and you're also hosting this, I'm so sorry. These were the ones I could easily find on the Backlist Readathon Twitter, so sorry if I've missed you. But yeah, I saw Chandler Ainsley's announcement video and I love the idea of it, so yes, I'm going to join it. There are 6 prompts for this readathon. I will not be reading 6 different books because it's just very unrealistic for me to be able to read 6 books in a week. So I did combine a couple of them. Less than I wanted to. My goal was to end up with 3 different books and I did not manage that. So yeah, we'll see if I actually can finish all 4, but I'm definitely going to try. There are 6 prompts and I will share a picture of all of them on the screen. I will be telling you my books in a bit of a different order than they're on in the picture because that just made more sense. That's how I picked them. The first prompt I picked is read your shortest backlist title, which wasn't really a choice. I just went to Goodreads and sorted by amount of pages and I ended up with Hoe houd ik het uit met mijn neurotische kat from Stephen Baker. I think this is probably a Dutch translation of it. I don't know what the original English title is, but it would translate to something along the lines of how do I manage living with my neurotic cat, or how do I stamp my neurotic cat, which I'd forgotten I owned this. I never bought it. My aunt was getting rid of a ton of books and she gave them to my mom to look through, and I ended up keeping this book because it sounded kind of funny, and it is 128 pages, so that is my shortest backlist. I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I just knew that it sounded funny, so I figured I'd keep it. I didn't honestly think I'd ever actually read it, but yay, I will, and hopefully it will be as funny as it sounds. And then another prompt was to read a book that's on your backlist because someone else recommended it to you. I'll be honest, I could not think of a single book that I bought because of a recommendation. I know it's happened a lot, but I just could not think of any. So I asked some people over on Twitter to recommend books for my TBR to me. And I got some great responses. Tiffany suggested I read either What If It's Us or Birthday. Lucky her, I did read What If It's Us and loved it. So yeah, I was actually reading that when she recommended it. So good recommendation. Wholeheartedly agree with it. Love the book. Sydney recommended I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, which has been on my TBR for quite a while. I bought it at Yelp one year because if I bought 3 books I could get a cool bag and I really wanted the bag, and because everyone on BookTube was talking about it. But I haven't actually read it because, well, I don't really read fantasy ever. And then Spooky Rake, I hope I pronounced that right, sorry, not quite sure how to pronounce it, recommended I either read The Hate You Give or The Perks of Being a Wallflower. When I read that, I remembered that I was given The Perks of Being a Wallflower on my birthday from a friend because that friend really loved the book. So yeah, that's actually a book that's on my TBR because of a recommendation. So I figured I had to go with that one. So another book that I will be reading is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Sorry, that's a difficult name to say. A modern classic, apparently. I am excited about this. I watched the movie years ago. I'm quite certain I liked it, but it's been a while, so I don't actually remember. We actually discussed it a little bit during English one year because we were talking about banned books, and I think this book was banned in some places. So yeah, I am excited about this. My friend really loved it, so I'm excited to find out how I feel about it. And it's also pretty short, which is also really nice for a readathon in which I want to read loads of books. So that's also really cool. It's only like 230 pages, I think, or something along those lines. So yes, that will be my next book. And then there are 4 prompts left. And I really tried to combine all 4 of them into one book because none of the other prompts fit the books that I'd already chosen, which kind of sucked because I wanted to end up with 3 books because I thought that was realistic. But I also could not combine all 4 prompts into one book. So I ended up with 4 books. One of the remaining prompts was to read a book that intimidates you, and another was to read a book that you're really excited to read. And those did just not get along. I could not find a book that I was both intimidated by and really excited for, because if I'm intimidated by it, I'm not really that excited, sorry. But it is a book that I want to read, obviously. So I'm going to tell you the book I picked for the prompt, a book which you're intimidated by, because that's also the only prompt for this book, and then all our 3 prompts are combined into one book. So I'm going to let you wait a little bit longer to find out about that. Something I'm intimidated by is fantasy. I never read fantasy, but I really loved reading fantasy as a kid. So I do keep buying fantasy books because they sound really exciting and I just never end up reading them. And I'm not sure why. So I really wanted to tackle a fantasy for this prompt because I have so many fantasies that I just do not read. And because I already got the recommendation for A Court of Thorns and Roses over on Twitter, I decided to make that my backlist book that I'm intimidated by, because yes, I am definitely intimidated by this book. I don't know why, I just know a lot of people love Sarah J. Maas, and I know a lot of people don't really like her books that much, and I'm really excited to find out how I feel about it. I'm mostly just really intimidated by it because it's fantasy, and I'm not sure, it always sounds really interesting, but then I just never pick it up. So this will be the push to pick it up, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. And then there are 3 prompts left. One of which was to read a book that you're really excited by. Another one was to read a diverse book, and then the last one was to read a book with blue on the cover. So I scoured my bookcases trying to find a book that managed to do all 3. And wonder by wonder, I did find one. For my last book, I am going to read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I have owned this book for such a long time because I really wanted to read it, and I've only ever heard good things about it. So I'm really excited to pick this up. It obviously has some blue on the cover because most of the covers are night sky. It's diverse because Aristotle and Dante, I think, fall in love. I think this is a romance. Sorry if I'm wrong, I have not read up on what it is. I just remembered that I really wanted to read it when I asked for it for my birthday one year, and I got it that year, and I've never read it. So yes, really want to read it. Definitely has blue on the cover, and I'm 99% sure it's diverse. So yes, definitely really excited to read this one. And this is by Benjamin Alire Sáenz. So yeah, those 4 books are my Backlist Readathon TBR. I'm really excited to get to all of them. I hope I can in a week. None of them are super long, and 2 of them are actually really short. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to, especially because this isn't even really a novel. It's more like funny and pictures and stuff, so I should get through this really quick at least. So I am really hoping I'll manage all 4 of them. So that's that for this video. These are the 4 books I'll be reading. If you're also joining the Backlist Readathon, please let me know which book you chose for each prompt, because I'm really interested to know which other books could have fit which prompts and which books you're excited to read. And yeah, if you like this video, leave a like and a comment, maybe subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!